to be in the first box. Thou cows and pigs, leave them alone. Thou cows and pigs, leave them alone. The turkeys the horses, hens and turkeys too, free the fish, stop the cruel. Just be kind, one with God, hallelujah. St. Francis of Assisi, he loved the animals. Die instructions. Oh, I got to do something about die. I got to start passing out the die instructions. Just two things to do, folks. When Glenny goes to heaven, will you please call the New York, the Rensselaer County legal death investigator. And then will you please call the funeral home to pick up the body to take to Albany Medical. And then will you call my neighbor Tracy? You can see her house right now because the snow is on the roof and it's white and it shows up right over there, about 5 houses, to take care of .com. And Austin will take care of the rest, I hope. Austin hasn't called us. Tell David King that he's breaking the law. Wait a day or two on that. Comcast is breaking the law by requiring the disclaimer that this program, Glendora, is fully responsible for the program. TV stations, you should ask them to make a documentary. You should have asked Dave Keegan to make a documentary for you. Do you know anyone who has made it with God? God, do you know anybody? Has anybody made it with you, God? Has anybody been exactly what you want them to be? You know what I found out? That maybe people have been on Earth, homo sapiens, human beings, have been on Earth for maybe 10,000 years. And I can see that we're getting better. Last night I was reading in the encyclopedia about the abolition movement. We did get rid of slavery. It never should have happened in the first place. What a terrible, terrible thing. But we did get rid of it. And gradually we are getting rid of the slaughtering of poor little pigs and horses and cows and hens and turkeys and fish. We're getting rid of that, gradually. But 10,000 years isn't a lot of years when you face the fact that the Earth is 5 billion years old. So this is going very, very slowly at a pace over which we have no conception, no idea. So it's not so disheartening after all. We could make it. We could make it. We could make it and be 100% with you, God. We could. It is moving. And it's like a little boy I know who's 6 years old, going pretty close to 7. He's in first grade. And I swear I've seen him grow this much in 2 years. So I took a yardstick over there and we put it on the cellar door, how tall he was, and the date. And the last time I went over, he'd grown an inch. How tall is he? I think he's almost 4 feet. Yeah, he's 3 feet, 11 inches he was. I bet you he's 4 feet now. But you see, you don't see that. Seven 7660728.
or simply hang up.
Hi, Lily. It's Glendora. I'm looking forward to your visit at 1 p.m. today. Are you coming by car? Are you walking? And how are you going home? Let's see, and you want a joke for the day. All right. The bank robber said to the bank teller, "One peep out of you and your geography." And she says, "Don't you mean history?" And he says, "Don't change the subject." Dianne Bennett. Hey, Dianne, it's Glendora.
Hello, good morning, how are you?
Oh, thank you so much for your lovely call.
Oh, good, yes, I was a little bit delayed on that, but...
That's all right. You must be awfully busy. Things must have piled up on you.
Well, actually, I was just going through all of our envelopes, you know.
Yeah.
Seeing what's what, where,
Yeah.
what is. Everything's good.
Oh, that's good, honey.
How about you?
Oh, 100%. The bank robber said to the bank teller, bank robber said to the bank teller, "One peep out of you and your geography." And she says, "Well, don't you mean history?" And he says, "Don't change the subject."
Oh my goodness, that was so funny. And so I can't remember what the one was when I called, but that was very funny.
Oh, and another funny one is the priest. The priest asked the young lady, "When are you thinking of getting married?" And she said, "Constantly."
Oh.
Yeah.
Very good, very good.
Oh, okay, honey. I just don't want to hold you.
In my cleaning and organizing whilst I was, health captive at home, I came across 3 happy books.
Oh, you did?
Yes, in my little box of treasures.
Oh, that is a treasure. Let me tell you.
Yeah. And I'm organizing everything that I have,
Yeah.
like we talked about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that is a treasure, yeah.
Oh, it's so great.
Yeah, the Glendora Happy Book, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and how's the museum going along?
Oh, the museum is really in top shape. It's really good.
Oh, good.
I'm having a little problem getting through 12 feet of snow, so I think
I thought that. I thought about it being piled up.
yeah, so that will be adjourned until the good weather, which is getting closer and closer, Di. February is more than half over.
It is. I know. I can't even believe it, but...
Did it rain out there last night?
Anything's like a lot is really melty, so it may have. I didn't hear
Oh,
anything.
anyway, it's melting, huh? We haven't got that yet. We got 30 degrees, but we're not up to melting yet.
Ah.
As you know, we're close to Albany.
Right, that's what I was figuring. No, the roads are pretty clear.
Oh yeah, the roads are fine.
Yeah.
And the sidewalks are okay. And we're feeding the birds. Are you feeding the birds, honey? We're feeding the birds.
Actually, I threw out a couple of avocados out to the backyard. They had the big seeds in there.
Oh, good.
And, I cut them up, of course, and I said, I wonder if they're going to be able to get through, because, of course, it was like landed in the snow drift.
I know.
No, but I think they will. If they're determined little buggers and they're hungry enough, they will.
Yeah, my neighbor, he's got 4 bird feeders out right outside my window. Thisdelights.com, of course.
Maybe I'll do that come spring, because I have a nice tree back there. So, you know what? I think I will. I have seen this robin redbreast.
Yeah, all you have to do is hang it on a limb.
Which, that's what I said now. Spring is definitely coming, because that's when you start seeing the lovely little birds.
Yes, and they need it right now, though. The winter birds. Listen, you take care of yourself. I don't want to hold you up.
Too. Thank you so much for the call. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I love you.
Love you too. Have a great day.
God be with you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
this woman was having all kinds of trouble. She had shingles, and she car totaled, and then she fell in the kitchen floor doing dishes. So we call her every day. Anyway, Glendora, you can't do anything about it. There's only one thing that you can do, and that's spread as much love as you can. So concentrate on what's good. But I did feel I had to stand up for the swans.
Hello?
Hey, how you feeling today?
Hurt.
Yeah, I imagine you do. Worse probably than yesterday, huh? It'll get better though.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine, thank you. I'm thinking about you. Wishing you recovery and wholeness. Did I tell you about the bank robber who said to the bank teller? Did I tell you about that?
No, tell me again.
The bank robber said to the bank teller, "One peep out of you and your geography." And she says, "Well, don't you mean history?" He says, "Don't change the subject."
No, you didn't tell me that one.
Oh, that's good. All right, just checking up on you.
Okay.
Anything I can do for you?
No?
We're supposed to get 40 degrees and it's supposed to start melting.
Yeah, and we might get snow again.
Yeah. But in Connecticut it has started to melt, and in Long Island it started to melt. And in New Jersey it started to melt. I just got through talking to friends all in all those places. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, here's our little prayer. Wait, where is my prayer? Here's a little prayer. I now speak to you, God. I now speak to your most loving heart with a threefold intention to thank you for the great gift of yourself, to atone for all the bad things that we've done, and to adore you wherever and whenever you are in your presence. You like that?
That's nice.
Oh, okay. I'll read you some more then. I love you with my whole heart. I am very sorry for any ingratitude to your infinite goodness. I now resolve, with the help of your grace, never to offend you again. And sinful as I am, I consecrate to you my entire self, my whole will, my affections, my desires, and all that I have. From now on, do with me and mine as you please. I ask for and desire only your love and the grace always to do your holy will. Amen.
Nice.
Oh, good. I'll try to call you tomorrow and read you another one.
Okay.
Okay. All right, don't fall again, sweetie.
I'll try not to.
You know, you had enough. You had enough without that baby.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
All right.
God loves
Yeah.
you.
Great. I love you too.
I
Bye-bye.
love you too. Bye-bye. Oh, that's a good ministry. It's a very good ministry. I think you should call your brother Gordon, who's 90 years old and who's really lost a lot of ability in the mind, but I kind of think it's But he's happy, but he seems to be happy, and so I kind of think maybe it's the way it should be. Well, of course it's the way it should be. Who's running the world? God is running the world. Stop complaining. Give thanks only. 207-620. A chat with Glendora. These are several chats with Glendora. 207-620-3056. Okay. How many calls did we make this morning? I didn't keep track. 15?
Eunice, good morning.
Hi Eunice, it's Glendora. You want to hear today's joke?
What?
You know, I'm Gordon's sister. I call him up every week.
No.
Yeah, okay, today's joke is the minister asked the young lady, when are you thinking of getting married? And she said, constantly.
Okay.
Eunice, yeah, how is Gordon today, my brother?
Oh, he has a cold.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We've been giving him cough medicine and he's sleeping most of the time.
Oh, I see. Did it start to melt up there?
It's melting, but they say it's going to be good until Sunday, and then Monday it's going to be cold again.
Yeah. Well, listen, February is half over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're getting.
What state are you in?
I'm in Albany, near Albany, New York.
Oh, that's cold too.
Yeah.
It's cold there too, so.
I'm melting. We're up to 30 degrees today.
Yeah, we're about that too, but
Yeah.
well, it's still February, so
Yeah.
it's not over yet.
No. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. So yeah, Gordon's sleeping right now.
Oh, he's sleeping. Okay, good. I'll call some other time. And that's very nice of you to tell me about him.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, I thank you, Eunice.
Okay.
And give my regards to everybody.
Okay, I will.
All right, honey.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You too. This is the end of the telephoning for the day. No, it isn't. You have to do afternoon calls. People who aren't up in the morning. Put away the telephone. The daily calls. The empty cards to write on. Friends. These are all friends, folks. This pal. Friends. Since it'll be 1 year and 3/4 in Nassau. Friends in Nassau. Where is Nassau, New York? At the bottom of Rensselaer County. At the top of Columbia County. How many miles from New York City? About 150. Straight up Route 9. Route 9, the Albany Post Road. The Post Road going from Albany to Manhattan. Charge the telephone. Are you going to tell us any jokes? I lost the joke card. Should be right here. Okay, the man went into the restaurant and said, "Is the chef in?" And the waitress says, "No, he went out to eat." Sign in the restaurant window, "Don't make fun of our coffee. Someday you'll be old and weak too." And a man is walking down the street with his friends. No, not a man, a rope. R-O-P-E is walking down the street, and they go into a restaurant. And they start to order, and the head waiter says, "Aren't you a rope? We don't serve ropes in this restaurant." And so out on the street, one rope got very, very angry, and he tied himself into a knot. He tousled both of his ends. And he goes back into the restaurant, and he starts to order, and the head waiter says, "Aren't you a rope?" And he says, "I'm afraid not." Okay, we are recording. It's 30 degrees, folks. You don't know what a lift that is. Oh, that's such a lift. Oh, such a lift. And it's not precipitating, and the sky is a brilliant blue. And we're telephoning on the 20th day of February, 2014. Around 10:30 in the morning. We'll see who the in-calls are. And how are you today? We did the best job of the whole day, I think. Well, at least one of the 10 best. We fed the animals. What'd you feed them? Always peanut butter and crackers. And then my neighbor is feeding the birdies bird seed. And then they made a little saddle in the snowbank, and I can feed them bread in the window. .com, did any of them come? They must have. You're sitting up there in the window watching them. Oh, you don't know what a lift it is, folks. What a lift. Well, in calls. Voicemail.
Your password. Press pound.
Password. 9622.
You have 5 saved voice messages.
5 saved voice
To listen to
messages.
your messages, press 1. To send a message, press 2. To change your personal options, press 4. First saved voice message. Yes, I'm returning a call that was made to the Cat Care Coalition. Please call us back at 518
Cat Care Coalition.
8484 with all of the following information. I need your last name. I need to know how many people are in your household, if anyone is on any benefits, Medicaid, food stamps, anything like that, and if not, what the total annual income is for the household. That's to determine your eligibility for the program. I need to know if the cat is a male or a female. Oh, you said a neuter, so that would be a male. For the basic services, it's $65. That's the exam, vaccines, deworming, and surgery. If you want the cat tested for feline leukemia and AIDS, it would be a total of $80. And that is collected on the day of the surgery, and we accept cash only. We do not take checks or charges. So you can call us back at 518-466-8484.
The veterinarians have become as greedy as the doctors,
End of message.
people doctors.
To erase this message, press
Should we
7.
erase it? Should we
Save
save
it,
it?
press 9.
I don't
To
know.
hear more options, this message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
Hello, Glendora. This is Frank. I'm canceling the Bible study for tonight. In part because of the weather, but mostly because a couple of people couldn't make it tonight. It would just be a couple, very few of us.
So what's wrong with that?
Give me a call. Let me know that you got this message. Okay. Have a good day. Okay.
Yeah, I got the message at 5 to 7 as I stood outside the rectory.
End of message.
18 degrees, no
To erase
coat.
this message, press 7.
Barbara
Save
Mooney
it, press
rescued
9.
me. Shall
To
we
hear
save
more
it?
options, press 0. This message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.